many facials before you, right?
Listen, I'm saying this. I'm not looking at it from that way. Like I said, if that was the case, guess what? That's why she's an ex now, because I'm not going to treat her that same way. Like, yeah, I've nutted in plenty of girl faces. Doesn't mean guess who's my girl now. No. It just means you the next slut. That's all. You can't get mad at that. The truth is the truth. But let's keep going, man, because we're going to finish this one up really quick. And I want to ask a new kind of a topic, but let me ask you, backtracking on that whole getting come in your face by multiple people. Is that okay, or just not? It's not okay for any girl to get two dudes to come in her face at the same time?
I mean, if you're into bukkake, then I guess it's okay. But I wouldn't necessarily want like a cum bath. You know, Japanese porn, they do it a lot. You know, so I heard. I kind of flip through it sometimes and see. They line up like a shitload of guys and just basically bust infinite amounts of nuts on one person. I couldn't do it, but
why I don't understand people, man. Like,
some guys really just like painting faces. Not too long ago I was talking with a guy and he was speaking about a girl that he was seeing, and she loved to purposely make her face up for him just so that he could come on it.
I've heard of some weird shit. Like, I've known dudes that do some real off the wall. I've known guys that will literally damn near try to stick their head up a girl's vagina and suck her ovaries out. And I've seen some shit. I've seen dudes, like, you see it with dudes take like these shots and you're like, what the fuck? But a female come when you squirt like that, it's a lot. It's a whole lot. And I don't know if you are a guy out there and you like that shit, you are a real freaky person, because that shit is crazy. Now, let me ask you this though. Speaking about coming, let's switch up the topic a little bit. Let's get a little bit more healthy, because I got another message from somebody asking me about food that girls, your cum also has a kind of an odor or taste to it as well.
It does. It definitely does. And male or female can answer this, because half the time we're tasting ourselves anyway.
Really? So, have you, obviously you swallowed before, but can you tell what kind of a diet a guy has from his cum?
Yeah, I mean, I can't say that, I know he had a Big Mac and that he had like some turkey bones or anything like that, but I've had a guy before where I knew that he was a heavy drinker. Like, there was a faint hint of alcohol in it, if you will. Mm-hmm. Like, I could just kind of taste it. The fruit, the guys that are on really good diets, like, it doesn't taste like peaches and strawberries to me, but it's pleasant. You know, you're not going to want to gag. It's almost tasteless, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
But then the ones that have a poor diet, you know it, because that shit is bitter and tart, and there's nothing good about it. Like, from the time it hits your tongue, you're ready to just spit that shit back out him for even having it in their body. You just want to freaking throw up.
Now, well, wait a minute, though, because I ran into this guy that works in a sex shop, and he was saying how they sell these pills or whatever candy that guys take, and it actually gives their cum a flavor. Now, if you could, what flavor would you want your guys' cum to be?
Vanilla, yummy, yum, yum. Vanilla is my favorite flavor of everything. If a guy comes to me with some vanilla cum, I'm sucking it all day long. Like, I don't even have to work. Well, you got to work and bring home some money, but every time that you're not at work, you can just put it in my mouth. I like vanilla.
Wow. Well, let's get to a caller real quick, because we're going to get ready to, we're going to really have to find out more about people out there, and I want to get to calls, but I'm still trying to process everything, because I'm getting other messages from people who are not able to call in at this time. And I just want to really touch on the fact that when you're talking, because, I wanted to clarify, because some people took some heat. Well, I think I took some heat for my comments earlier. When I'm clarifying about what a main chick versus a side chick, I'm not saying that I'm advocating that dudes should have side chicks whenever, as soon as they get married, make sure you have your mistress. I'm saying to you that sometimes some guys, they don't do these things with their main chick because it's just not something you do. Like, I mean, you may love her, you do anything in the world to her, but there's certain things that guys like, nah, because just imagine, or most guys would try to imagine, like, all of my fucking nut and whatever is on her cheeks, and then my kids run up to her and give her a kiss on the cheek with that same cheek. Psychologically, some guys, they can't do that. So I just wanted to clarify that really quick so that some people can understand. It's not that I wouldn't love my main and I wouldn't do. It's just once my kids are involved in all of that, I don't know if I can do that with her. I'm sorry. She goes out somewhere else to do things for me.
That you're mad about them. You're so funny.
Because look, let me ask you a question then, and we're gonna get to the end, and I want somebody to call in really quick. Do you remember the first time you ever took a facial or swallowed? What went through your mind?
Yeah, I do. I was basically like, what the fuck am I doing? I can't believe I'm doing this. Oh, my God. It's on me. It's, like, dripping. Like, do I move? What should I do now? Oh, my God, it's going to go in my eye. How long am I supposed to stay here? Do I kiss them? Do I just run to the bathroom? Am I supposed to swallow it? Trust me, a lot of shit was going on in my head.
Well, let me tell you a really quick story about me.
Do I not let it drip on the floor? Do I have to cock my neck back so that it just leaks on my chest? How long am I supposed to stay here? Do I need to wait until he finishes that last pump or until he excuses himself to go to the bathroom? Like, does he go first? Do I go? There's a lot of things you think about.
So wait a minute. Was it one of those where you went to your knees and you waited for him to come in your face, or was it like while you were fucking, he pulled out?
No, it's always while you're fucking and then you pull out. But something happens when they pull out, and, it depends. Like, if it's already in process, it's like, all right, you pull out, and then it's like skeet wherever it happens to land. But there's some guys that they want to do it on your face, while you're getting it, and he's asking, where you want it, baby, where you want it? You're like, oh, on my face, daddy, on my face, whatever. Oh, yeah? All right, I'm about to get ready. You got that nut, right? Get ready. And then you get on your knees. And then you're waiting, and somehow, some way, it's like, I don't know, like the air, maybe, it regenerates them, and then the pumping for it seems like 1,000 years more. And so then you kind of get in there and, like, lick on the walls to help it along, maybe, suck on the head, but you don't want it, they don't want it in the mouth, so you have to make sure that your face is there. It's so complicated. You'll never understand the struggle until you know.
I'm glad I won't understand the struggle, but I will tell you this much: the first time I'll tell you the truth. I definitely remember the first time a girl came in my face, and I'm not gonna lie, I was hyped that it happened. Like, damn, I made this bitch come, but I was mad. Like, yo, wait a minute. Afterwards, I'm like, this bitch just came in my face. And for a guy, when you got facial hair, it's all in your beard, and it's like, damn.
Yeah. For a very long time, and even sometimes now, like, I always hated guys with beards, which is why when this whole Rick Ross beard trend came, I was just super disgusted because that's all I ever imagined, like beards that cum trapped.
Cum drop beards. Oh. All right. So, well, look, we're getting to the end of the show. So I want to wrap this one up really quick. Lady Steele, give us your final thoughts on the whole topic in general.
I just think that guys, we're willing to rock out with you. I don't necessarily think that there's any immediate pleasure that we get from taking a facial, but for the most part, we're down for it, as long as you take care of yourself and keep your son healthy, so that we want to be all creative and have arts and crafts night with come and blow bubbles and make milkshakes and cum shakes and all that crazy stuff. So, just work with us and we're fine. Like I said, as long as just make sure you do not get it in the eyes or in the hair. And for the most part, a lot of us are good.
All right, well, my final thoughts on this whole cum subject is I like to cum. I really do. And I think that it's a great thing because it has something in it that women you should really enjoy. But there's certain women, sorry, just not going to happen to you. And it's not that because your man don't love you. It's not because he doesn't see you as a sexual creature. It's just not going to work. All right? Now, with that being said, I want to thank everybody that called into the show tonight. And I want, give a shout-out to Pregame Radio. Shout-out to Brooklyn Black. And, just thank you for listening to the S&M Show. As each week, we try to bring y'all a great show. So, Lady Steele, why don't you tell the listeners out there, before we end the show, what's coming up for next week's show?
Well, next week, we definitely went in. We have, first off, next week is going to be the start of our 2-hour shows. So we're now going to be on from 10 p.m. to midnight. And being that next week is, April 2nd, so it's going to be the day after April Fool's, and we put together basically a nice little comedy panel for you guys. So next week's topic, we could give it to you in advance, it's going to be about one-night stands. And we're basically going to go in because there's the do's, the don'ts, the good, the bad, the ugly. You cannot always control who you end up having a one-night stand with. Sometimes it's intentional, and sometimes you have the unintentional one-night stand. So we're going to be covering all of that next week.
All right. Well, you heard it here. So please call in next week. We're going to have a really good show, and we're going to make sure everybody enjoys it. I want to thank everybody out there. Please, if you want, always go to the S&M Show's fan page on Facebook. Like us there. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Also, follow Lady Steele. Follow me, Mr. Haynes, to you on Instagram. Pregame Radio. We really appreciate that. If you have anything you want to bring up to us, if you have comments, please, Lady Steele, give them the email address where they can send us topics that they want or if they wanted to be a guest on our show.
For inquiries, music, topic submissions, all that good stuff, you can email capital S&M Show 69@gmail.com, or you can also inbox us on Facebook on the S&M Show fan page or event page.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you for all of our faithful listeners. We appreciate you. All right, Lady Steele, good night.
Good night.